The quiet morning she finally forgave herself. The world outside looked ordinary, but something inside her became softer. Lena woke before her alarm, as she often did. The room was still pale with early light. On the wall, the shadows of the curtains moved gently in the breeze. For a moment, she felt calm, caught between sleep and day. Then her mind remembered. Like every morning, the old memory rose up. A choice she had made years ago, a harsh word she had said, a moment when she had walked away instead of staying.
Okay.
The details changed, but the feeling was always the same: shame. She pulled the blanket over her head and whispered to herself, "Why did I do that? What is wrong with me?" She had been asking the same question for a long time. Friends told her it was a long time ago. Let it go. But their words slid off her heart. They had not seen the look on the other person's face. They had not heard the door closing. They had not lived with the replay in her mind. After a few minutes, Lena sat up and swung her feet onto the floor. The wooden boards felt cool under her toes. She walked to the small kitchen, made tea, and then stood at the window, holding the warm cup in both hands. Outside, the street was slowly waking. A neighbor watered plants. A child in a big backpack waited for a bus. A cat stretched in the sun. Life moved quietly forward. Lena felt stuck in a different time. Her eyes moved to the small mirror hanging beside the window. She often avoided looking into it for too long. When she did not just see her face. She saw her past. Today, something inside her was tired of the same circle. She pulled out a chair, sat down in front of the mirror, and really looked. She saw the fine lines at the corner of her eyes, lines that had not been there when the mistake happened. She saw new gray hairs, a small scar on her chin, the shape of her mouth when it was not trying to smile for others. In a low voice, she said, "You did that. You hurt someone. You cannot change it." The words were hard, but they were true. She had tried to run from this truth for years by punishing herself every day. Each morning, she thought, "I am terrible," as if this pain could somehow pay for what happened. How long, she wondered, will I keep hitting myself for the same moment? She closed her eyes and imagined someone else sitting in front of her. Not the person she had hurt, but a younger version of herself from that time. The younger Lena looked lost and scared, trying to make the best choice with the small understanding she had back then. What would I say to her if she were not me? Lena asked herself. She thought for a long time. Finally, she whispered, "You were wrong, but you were not evil. You were confused, afraid, and human. You have carried the lesson for years. You have tried to be kinder since then. You do not need to cut yourself again every morning." A tear slid down her cheek. Then another. She felt two things at once: deep sadness for the hurt she had caused, and deep tiredness from the weight she had been carrying. Her phone buzzed with a new message, but she did not look at it. Instead, she took a slow breath and spoke to her own reflection, as if to a friend. "I am sorry," she said. "I was wrong. I wish I had done better. I cannot go back. but I can let this moment change me without letting it destroy me." The words felt strange, but honest. She reached for a notebook on the table and opened to a clean page. At the top she wrote, "What I have learned from my mistake." At first, her pen did not move. Then the words came. "I have learned how much my actions can hurt someone. I have learned that silence can be cruel. I have learned that I want to show up, not run away. I have learned that I am capable of change." Reading the sentences, she realized something. This heavy memory had already been teaching her for years. It had made her slower to judge others. It had made her quicker to apologize. It had made her more gentle when friends shared their own regrets. She placed her hand flat on the page. "If I keep hating myself," she thought, "I turn this lesson into a prison. If I forgive myself, I turn it into a door." Lena looked back into the mirror. Her face was still the same. The past was still the same. The person she had hurt might still feel pain. Nothing outside had changed. But inside, she felt a small shift, like the first crack of light under a closed door. Quiet voice, she said to herself, "I forgive you. I will still remember. I will still try to do better, but I will not wake up every day just to hurt you again." The shame did not vanish in one moment, but its grip loosened. She finished her tea, washed the cup, and opened the window a little wider. Fresh air filled the room. When she checked her phone, the message was from a friend asking if she wanted to meet later. For the first time in a long time, she felt like saying yes. Not because she wanted to escape her thoughts, but because she felt lighter inside them. If you are carrying an old mistake like a stone in your pocket, taking it out every day just to feel its weight, remember Lena. Taking responsibility is important. Learning is important. But endless self-punishment does not heal anyone. If this story helped you feel even a little more gentle with your own heart, please follow and subscribe for more gentle English stories.